Hello, McFluffy52 here, back with some more Murders at Karlov Manor action. Today we're playing a Rampanimator deck. We're reanimating, but we're also ramping. We're doing the Aftermath Analyst, Nissa Resurgent Animist thing, where we have a bunch of the sack lands, we get them back with the Aftermath Analyst. This is going to trigger Nissa a bunch of times, or just ramp us in general. And then our coup de grace, our finisher here, is Bringer of the Last Gift. This is a little bit different than you'll probably see in most decks, but this says when we cast it, each player sacrifices all other creatures they control, and then they return all creature cards from their graveyard that weren't put to the battlefield this way. So it swaps our graveyard creatures with our battlefield creatures, and this is a great way of putting a bunch of creatures onto the battlefield, and hopefully we'll give them all haste with Imidane's Recruiter. Let's go ahead and see how we can do in some games. We will see how this goes. I think this plan in general is a bit better for best of 3. There was a deck very similar to this that did something like this in a best of 3 standard tournament and ended up winning it. Except for they used like Slogurk as one of the additional payoffs. I think we'll go ahead, grab the Maestro's Theater, and grab a Mountain. And then we can turn to Nissa, or not, Aftermath Analyst. Oh, the background music for this, or not really music, for the, anyways. Nissa can help us fix our mana, and, for our big payoffs, and we have enough sack lands to find all the different. We have 2 mountains in the deck, so we can cast Tali if we want. One looks like they're playing some kind of mono green. Seems like they might be stuck on 2 lands though, which is a good sign for us. Oh, we like that. We're gonna keep that in our graveyard actually, and we will play out the courtyard. We want as many lands in our graveyard as possible before we Aftermath Analyst. That would have been a reason to pick up the Atraxa. So maybe we should have picked it up. Then we would have had the swamp in the graveyard and we would have ramped with it, but it is what it is. I think I'll probably hold off cracking the Aftermath Analyst until next turn. Oh. Now I don't really have an option how to crack it. I think we'll play out a Mountain, play Nissa, and the next turn we will Splendid Reclamation and hopefully break the game. The real goal here is Nissa with like Splendid Reclamation into another Aftermath Analyst. Opponent, the lucky chuck that they are, is double removal in mono green. We have like 1 surveil land here just to help build more things into our graveyard. We'll keep that actually. We will make black mana and then we will pass turn. Okay, do we get our Nissa? Did they hit their 4th or 3rd removal spell? Find out now. Trying not to die here. Play this. Make a green mana. Guess we will get a bunch of red mana. We can make more red mana if we want to get our creature back, but we will get red. Why is this environment sound so loud? Weird. These are all those lands. We'll tutor up an island, sure. We'll grab a green. We'll grab a forest. With that, we'll grab a green. I think we can do this again, but if we do this again, I don't know if we have enough sack lands. We don't have enough sack lands to make it worth it, so we'll just bring her the last gift. Swap the graveyard with the battlefield. Probably get some of their creatures back, but I think we win that in general. General, I think that was good for us. Especially because we're about to go off with a Traxa. Means we get to pick some of the best things. Fathomless Descent. Not really going to work well against their stuff, so... probably just a Splendid Reclamation, maybe. Echoing Deeps. We can get a sack, or make it into a sack land. And then another Atraxa, just to secure our shenanigans. Maybe I should have gone for the Bringer of the Last Gift. We can probably find one off our second Atraxa. We can flip their Pelucrinus. We'll gain a bunch of life that way, but we don't particularly mind. We're going to be trading in our Atraxa most likely anyways. Play this as a copy of a sackland. Oh, it concedes. That is fair enough. We were about to go off even harder. Because we could just loop more of our lands from our graveyard, play an Atraxa, draw a bunch of cards. I will say, like, this deck feels like it has no right winning, being a 68 card deck with like 2 things that it has like planned to go on. It's just such a whack pile of cards. I will try this. I don't know if it's great. We're fine with putting lands in our graveyard. We're gonna get them back eventually. Aftermath Analyst is an absolute yes. And our opponent is doing the same thing. Or they got Bat. They got Sabat. We need to find a land to actually play so we can crack our Analyst. Oh, that's really bad. We saw what that does. I mean, probably should just ramp. We can do it on their turn, but I don't think we get anything from doing that. We need to grab a mountain. I don't really need that. Mountain. We got our double mountains for Tali, and then we need some forests. Well, not really. We have enough forests. The next turn we should be able to jam Gulta, get in a Tali trigger, and see some stuff happen. Our opponent should have enough mana to activate their Aftermath Analyst. Yeah, this standard deck is so whack. I don't know what to say. They're not gonna crack it. I guess they don't have anything in the graveyard. They have 0 lands in the graveyard. That's unfortunate to say the least. Well, I might just win the game. Because this looks like it's pretty good. Trigger this first. Here's Downfall. Probably this one. Return Gulta from our graveyard. And yeah, that's lethal. That's lethal. Yep, that works. This deck's crazy. I don't like it, but I've lost to like it. I've faced these Aftermath Analyst decks and they've annoyed me enough where it's like, okay, I gotta try this. And so far, so good. That was a bad hand, unfortunately. Keep 6. Don't think we really want a Atraxa in hand. We can always just sorcery the Imidane's Recruiter. Like, this is a backup plan. Alright, we have a plains for Imidane's Recruiter. Like, will an aggro deck be able to overcome this? I mean, we have a terrible hand. Probably should have mulliganed again. Really hoping the Seed of Hope would do me well. Echoing Deeps. I mean, I guess I can play that. Get a mountain or a swamp, rather. But yeah, this is here just so you can grab like extra sack lands, or you can turn it into like a regular land. Yeah, there's one land in our graveyard. I don't know about this, but we have 2 copies of it, so might as well. Mine as well. Slowly approaching Atraxa mana. Very slowly. Thanks. They can return the Magma Sprinter to their hand, but they're just going to pump their Forge. Forge is good with the Evolving Adaptive. That is going to be game, though. That will be game. Can't win them all. Sprinter comes out. That is a massive 7-1. If we blocked that 5-5, we've gone to -1. You know, close. I have to say, I'm not entirely sure if this deck is good. We will find out, though, over the course of these games. It will be determined. Part of me wants to keep this, part of me knows this is bad. Worse. Better. Don't need where we are going. Hopefully our opponent just doesn't shoot down our Aftermath Analyst. That would be pretty bad. But yeah, with the Galtas plus the maybe a sack land would be better to use. Yeah. Can grab a mountain. No attacks. Everyone's playing Boros. Value? Vicious Farmhand is an interesting include. They're looking for lands themselves. I'm gonna ramp a bit, but not a whole ton. Part of me doesn't really want to sack the Aftermath Analyst. I think I might wait a turn. It's not really a good payoff either. No attacks. Or 12 sack lands was not enough. Interesting. Equipments. Boros equipments. Something like that. Alright, I will go ahead. We have enough green sources for our Titan of Industry, so we will be able to just dump that. Pump. And plains. The next turn we can drop an island, so if we ever draw top deck and attract, so we just drop it. That's good. That's real good. Problem being is we're gonna blow up their Nehiri's Resolve. Problem for them, really. Oh, come on. That's all we did. All we did was play a Titan of Industry. We have lands in hand. Titan of Industry, I can't speak. Titan of Industry isn't even that crazy of a card. The only reason I included it is, well, A, it's a decent 7-drop. It used to be the best 7-drop, and then we got Atali, and then we got Atraxa. But yeah, it used to be the best 7-drop. But now I think there's way better. I want to check what the top of our library is. Oh my, it's quite the end. Opponent's playing mill. They're like, yes, yes, mill your cards. Mill them. Wow, triple land. Alright, I'm hoping to actually draw a few lands at this point. Though we should be able to ramp pretty effectively once we hit 4 lands. Are you gonna bounce it? Okay, it's literally just more value for us. We benefit from our graveyard over here. Riveteers Outlook first, or Aftermath Analyst? That doesn't really matter. We want a swamp or forest. Oh, with the mountain. Ah, we need that mountain for our Tali. We have an -8 sweeper unlock. There's a lot of cards. Bounce. What is our opponent up to? Like, I imagine a haughty Jim is gonna come out of nowhere and smack us pretty hard, but still, it's just kind of funny. That was a lot of lands. I don't wanted that bringer. If we get to crack this Aftermath Analyst, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I forgot Curate existed. I think that's a newer version. Because it used to be in another set, I think. Strixhaven or something? Hey. You got us, mill deck. We're gonna mill ourselves out for you. Ah, we got a land. Awesome. Can't bounce them both. Can't bounce them both. This graveyard is actually massive. They're gonna have so many lands. Holy. This is kind of doomed for our opponent here. I mean, we could even keep an Aftermath Analyst and just cast Splendid Reclamation instead. Oh, I can copy something. I was like, what? Since when? Oh my god, the amount of life we're about to gain. That's good. I should have put that at the end, because now we're just going to shuffle it away. It's whatever. Forest. Hopefully we won't run out of basics. Forest. Probably should grab a mountain. Or a swamp, rather. Swamp. Cabaretti Courtyard. I think we're out of cards. Oh wait, we have plains. 2 plains. 2 plains for our Golta. Fresh out of lands. Sounds good. I mean, try counterspelling us. Good luck. Uh-oh. They're here to draw cards. Fair enough. Respect that. Drew 5, they're gonna discard 2. That's big. You know, I'm sorry. This is it's actually brutal. Yeah, whatever. Create a 4/4. Destroy this. Put. This one. Traxa. Golta. Paratide. Island. Instant. I don't know, Golta. Airtide, instant, land. Splendid Reclamation. Sure, why not? Test it all. Copy an island over there. Gain some life. Fine. 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 If we hit a Nissa right now, we would have had even more mana to dump even more things. This deck's so whack. It's so whack. It is crazy. Just to make sure. That should do. A little off the top. Just a little. I'm gonna be honest, I have no idea what our opponent was doing in that last game. But I feel like this deck just like stat checks your deck. If you're not an aggro deck, and if you're not a control deck, if you're trying to play some like silly mid-range, don't. Basically. Opponent goes first. This doesn't look very good. This looks good. In fact, it looks amazing. We need a big payoff in hand for when we get there. Opponent's playing mono green. Alright, well, good luck. That's all I'll say. That is all I'll say. Can't even block yet. Like, we're already out of blocks. That's awkward. This can help us find if we have a untapped land on the top, which means we can crack our Aftermath Analyst next turn, which will help us ramp a bit. So I think we want to wait until Nissa. Until we have Nissa down. Man, are we just gonna die turn 3? No blocks. No blocks, no balls. So I think I'm dead. I should have blocked something, because I can't sweeper is the only problem. Alright, this is a very messy plan, but better than nothing. Hit good. Double black we need for the Terror Tide. That's not it. That was not it. I will tell you that was not the hit I was looking for. Yeah, that's gonna be a good game. I'm just gonna concede now. It is over. Mono green. We're facing it quite a bit, it seems. Strange. Alright. I think I might have to revisit mono green. I think I could swap out some of the cards and maybe even make it stronger. We go first. Goblin mode gaming. Well, we hope we help you get to mythic with this, because this hand looks rough. But I don't really want to mulligan. Now we can Seed of Hope, which is better than nothing. Okay, this does look for a forest. I was about to be kind of mad if I screwed that up. So we should probably use this so we could gotten 2 swamps. Aftermath Analyst does seem nice. Kind of the point of the deck, so let's go with it. Riveteers Overlook maybe. Grab a swamp Because we're gonna need swamps if we're gonna want to actually use our Terror Tide. That's not the card I like to see. Not the card I like to see. It's fine. Everything is great. Wow. Nice amount of lands there. That is something we don't mind seeing. Mountain, I guess. Coppercoat Vanguard. Annoying. Trick. This is a little trick that I found out from versing one of these decks. You can sack your Analyst after declaring blocks. Just don't forget to sack it. If you don't sack it, I am reporting you to the authorities. So like here, we can do this. And then choose something to copy with our Echoing Deeps. Let's get a Riveteers Outlook with it, and that'll gain us some more life. Opponent concedes. All we have is Gulta. I mean, we can sweep the board, but we only had Gulta. But you know, okay. Whoops, I almost forgot to unpause. Bartman. Okay, this is a hand. I don't know what to say about it besides that. One goes first. We have, oh, not the red. Not the red. Anything but the red. Swamp Mountain. Mountain Forest Swamp. We'll go for Swamp. This would be a great opponent to have a Aftermath Analyst against. Because then you can use it to chump a block and then sack it. I think we'll grab a... I don't think it really matters. I should probably have grabbed a forest so I could have played Nissa. Probably should concede. That'd actually be the smart thing to do. So it is still baffling that mono red failed to kill me turn 3 after like double pump spells. Alright, well we top decked a forest, which is, you know, pretty darn good. And then we can activate Nissa with Maestro's Theater, and then we can play like Imodanes. Or we can just die. It also works. You not have Fling? Okay, that's what I was about to say. Is like, if you have something, I'm almost certain of it. This honestly reminds me a bit of my one historic deck that I have, where basically you give zero craps and then you're just ramping, and then you're hoping that your bombs are big enough to help you out of dying. Oh my god. Oh my god. To be honest, I haven't seen that much mono red in the past couple of days. Just because I think Boros. Oh, that was not the right one. These don't tutor up forests. I misread my hand. Swamp. We need a forest. Or a green source. Yeah, like, most of our lands can find forests or swamps. Or are forests or swamps. Ah, yes, the triple Maestro's Theater. Nice. Nice. Understandable. Grab a mountain just in case we top deck an Imodane's Recruiter and can play it out as a jump blocker. Gain 2 life. Ace of the Crimson Pulse. I was trying to make a video about that card, but every deck I made sucked. It's basically every deck I ever make. Kind of the same thing. Here we go. Mountain. Own it. The mana. Gonna hurt. So spear. It's also gonna hurt. It's also gonna hurt. It's all hurting as far as I'm. Yo, a green source. Let's go. We're not dead. We're just dead next turn. Or this turn, rather. Because they play like literally one thing and we die. Imagine if we drew into a forest or green source. Alright. We've almost finished our slide straight back into below 50%. This gives me a forest. And wait, we have a forest in hand. Okay, we're good. We're good. This looks good. This hand's a good hand. One of the good ones. Okay, echoing deeps it is. Swamps. We need swamps. This finds a swamp. This finds a swamp. Will allow us to cast Terror Tide if we need to. We need Nissa to live. Cryptex. Weird. They only exile stuff from their graveyards. We're okay. I don't want Nissa to live. I'm wondering if I wait until next turn to play out Nissa and then immediately play Maestro's Detour with it. I think that's probably the right move. I mean, I guess I could have played out Maestro's Theater. That's a misplay. I could have played it out. Found a put another sack land at the graveyard, essentially. It's my bad. There's one thing that you'll learn if you've played Landfall long enough is that sometimes you should wait to cast your... Probably should grab the mountain. Right, the swamp, rather. Made a green? That's fine. Alright, we hit it. Perfect. Aftermath Analyst. Mill into the stuffs. 3 lands in the graveyard. You can add an extra one. Then we can go off with Aftermath Analyst and maybe even repeat it if Nissa survives. But we kind of need both of them to survive. They could deadly cover up and just end our game. Actually, they can't really deadly cover up. Okay, we still have a sack land, so we're chilling. Okay, I will proceed to shut my mouth. Because they got the removal. Is there a Cabaretti Courtyard? Okay, cool. Cabaretti Courtyard. Because I want a plains for my Immodanes. Nice. We can Terror Tide, but there's literally nothing to Terror Tide. I have 0 trust for our opponent here. Those Jace players. I'm playing the Cryptics, which is interesting. Oh god, no, it's breached the multiverse. We're gonna get out graveyard decked. And so many Reanimator decks. And this one's just maybe, well, we died to removal pretty much. Oh god. The game's over. I hate to say it, but the game is over. I mean, we can make a red mana here. I don't need a Terror Tide, thank you. Swing! Swing, batter, swing! Opponent's playing the Conspiracy Unraveler Reenact the Crime combo deck. Well, it's not Reenact the Crime, but the Breach the Multiverse combo deck with Conspiracy Raveler, perhaps. Alright, well. Welp. It was a good one. They didn't grab the Breach the Multiverse back, now that I think about it. But they can still get their Conspiracy Unraveler, and then they can start casting things for free, which is terrifying. Why are you playing? It doesn't add up. I guess it's instant speed, so that's part of the reason to play it. I think there's another one that's instant speed though, that doesn't do the whole suspect thing. It like proliferates. Oh. We're gonna die to Hitotsugu. Come on. I'm sure you have something interesting to do. Don't make me sit here for like 5 minutes. Opponent's casting a Picklock Prankster after roping out through one rope. Ugh. What the hell? What the hell? Yo, can I not draw all my Terror Tides like back to back to back to back? That's just the thing I was thinking about. I mean, if I kill this, they get the Hitotsugu Kiri thing, and then we're down our Nissa, which is like half of our deck. I think we just pass. I was enjoying the previous matches because they at least they were fast. Ah, come on. You can cast things for free. Get after it. Sure, you can mill me out. Oh my god. Alright, they're casting Chase. They're actually gonna mill me out. They figured out what they wanted to do. Let's go.
Educated in Phyrexia's ways.
They're not milling me out. They're gonna wait until next turn. They are playing the Reenact the Crime deck. What? Because that's the only reason you play a card that draws and discards. Okay. We basically need something amazing off the top of our deck. That's pretty good. That is pretty good. That is pretty good. We'll see how this goes. Game is losing its mind a little. What do you want Echoing Deeps to copy? They'll have it copy the Cabaretti Courtyard, maybe? Bananas. Green. Red. Green. Green. We will find a mountain. Wish we could find an island. Green. Red. Mountain. Mountain. That was weird. Repeat. Again. We're gonna have it enter as a underground mortuary this time. I should have spelled at the end. Screwed it up again. Don't even need Nissa anyways, so. Green. Black. Black. Green. We're not gonna use this mana or anything anyways. It's just here in spirit. I think we have enough basics in the deck. Just the right amount. Why not? One more. What could it hurt? Alright. Goodbye the board. We'll find out what happens next. Breach. Five damage. Invasion of Alar. What the hell are you doing, opponent? Yeah, this deck seems very unfocused. But it's currently winning, so you know. There's go for that. Go for the throat and that cut down. Really did some heavy lifting. Perhaps we should have tried to play around the removal some. Interesting. That's really good for us. Like super good. As long as we don't lose. Ah, it's Jace. Why would you ever fucking like not just break it and mill the opponent out? Sorry, I'm losing my mind. Jace is just such a lame win con and such grindy decks. It's basically I'm not gonna ever do anything on the board. It's not even like a convincing combo. I don't know. I just hate Jace as a finisher in control decks. Since that last match proceeded to take like 20 minutes, that's going to be it for the video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, maybe you'll enjoy yesterday's video. We played a pretty interesting Jeskai list. We were trying to do the is it extra turns and like Chandra Fireball thing. And so we did it in a cool Jeskai like kind of control list. I know I just was complaining about control, but I was complaining about Jace as a finisher. Let me be clear. So this, I've made some changes to the deck. Switched out Farsight Ritual for the, what's it called? Memory Deluge, because this one can actually get compied with Chandra, and then you can bargain it with like some Get Lost map tokens or Celestis in a pinch. And then you're looking at the top 8 cards, which is pretty cool. Anyways, have a nice morning, evening, night, afternoon, wherever and when you're watching. Ciao.